Good morning, America. Well, yesterday marks a very sad day in history where I've never seen such absolute disrespect towards the American justice system in my life, let alone have I ever read about such disrespect towards the American justice system in any sort of history books ever. Yesterday, former President Donald Trump was convicted on all 34 charges of falsifying business records. Now, since you're probably asking yourself, well, how is this a bad thing? We like to make sure that everything is written down for the IRS, to prevent, tax evasion and stuff like that. I get that. But here's the problem. Here's a huge fucking problem. Trump didn't fucking do tax evasion. He didn't. Because for this charge to actually be applied and for somebody to be convicted of it, you have to have an underlying charge for it. So, like, for instance, if I had a business and I want to fucking evade taxes or fucking lessen the amount of taxes I have to pay, I would have to, falsify my business records. And then, resulting in tax evasion because there would be part of taxes that were unpaid to the government that I should have paid, but I falsified those reports. That's a fucking felony charge. And therefore I could be convicted on it. But that's the thing, Trump didn't fucking do that. I don't even know what to do, America. Because now I see the way that the justice system is now working now, is now setting a standard. To where now, we as American citizens who want to even consider running for office in future, we're not safe anymore. Because the justice system is now being used as a weapon to fucking persecute political opposition. Was the most un-American thing to ever be done, ever. And it's completely fucked. I have no words for how shocked I am about how people are willing to tarnish the name of the American justice system, which is the most freest fucking justice system and the most fair compared to all of the countries. So now we're being reduced down to this. To even the smallest infraction that you have ever done in the past, so we're not going to get persecuted for it. And not because that they want you fucking gone, because they actually have a problem with you fucking even falsifying fucking records. Or some bullshit like that. It's the fact that you're running against them and they don't like what you gotta say. Which is the most un-American thing ever to be conceived. Now, this affects every one of us. Every single one. No matter which side of the political aisle that you're on. Because now the standard has been set to where now your own side can be shot down for the exact same fucking thing. And frankly, that fucking subpoena, that fucking court session should never happen. That court trial should never fucking happen. Because there was no underlying crime that would have justified that fucking conviction. Nothing. Trump shouldn't have been in that fucking courtroom. He shouldn't have. And there he was, walking out as he was convicted on all 34 fucking charges. And I can tell you right now, America, that's some fucking bullshit. And I know I don't like fucking, it was like the first time I ever made a fucking video about this or whatever. I usually type up a really long fucking paragraph, writing all my thoughts in a very intricate way possible. But that's not to date. Because I have never in my life been concerned enough about America where I'd actually consider doing this. Because now, with the standard being set, none of our elections matter anymore. They don't. Because now it all depends on which has the most money and which one's about to fucking spend about the most money on lawyers to convict a guy because of some minor infraction they fucking made in the past. And now we see, for the first time in American history, where it's absolute proof that the fucking GOJ is being weaponized against political opponents. This is absolute proof. And trust me, we have had times before where the fucking DOJ was used against fucking political opponents. Here's an example. January 6th. January 6th was a fucking protest. And it was called an insurrection. If that was an insurrection, that was the most peaceful fucking insurrection I have ever seen. And I watched most of that insurrection go on because why? Because I was in a hospital and it had nothing to do. It was history right there and I had to watch it. Not a single person was murdered on that day. And yes, some people did die, but all of it was from natural causes. Like those 3, 4, how many were those cops were in there? As far as I remember, there was 3 or 4 cops that were there. And they died. But all of them had to do with strokes, heart attacks, just stuff that happens naturally within the body that just fucking croak. Now to go back to my point of political opposition and oppression. Because those cops and the people that were in there, those cops arrested the fucking people, the protesters during the insurrection for trespassing. When you could obviously see footage of cops reeling them in, telling them, come on boys, come on inside. And a whole bunch of people did come inside. And most of it was peaceful. And it was peaceful from fucking based off of footage that I saw. And one of the people that got arrested was, ding, 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 the QAnon shaman. The QAnon shaman was told to come inside by 3 officers of the Capitol Police. He even went inside of the goddamn Senate room. And was chilling with fucking senators. And yet he gets arrested, and not only just arrested for like he being held or detained, he's been arrested for years. For, as to my knowledge, for over 3 years for that shit. And he didn't commit a crime. But they charged him with trespassing even though they fucking let him in. All because that he believed that that Donald J. Trump won the election. And that the election was rigged. And having a protest about whether or not the election is rigged, that's part of how you express your rights as an American citizen. And trust me, Democrats would have fucking done the same damn thing. And they would have fucking contested the election anyways, because they've done it. Every single fucking election since like early fucking 1990s that I know of. Every single one. Whenever a Republican wins, they demanded a recount. They demanded a recount. Because there's no way that a Republican could have won that election. And they did. They had their way and they had the recount. But most of the time, but all the times I knew, the election numbers were right. Yesterday was a very dark day, America. And I am not happy. And not only am I not happy, I don't feel safe anymore. Because now the DOJ can now just be used as a weapon any fucking time that the Democrats wanted to. Because the DOJ is under the House of Democrats. So not for every fucking election that we want to have a Republican, whether or not he's a pushover or a fucking hardworking motherfucker that wants to make some serious change in America. And for all of us to benefit from those changes. They can decide within the snap of their fingers to fucking make sure that the DOJ fucking witch hunts that guy to where he can't even fucking run anymore. Or that he has to lose a significant amount of money, time with his family, to make sure that he doesn't win the presidency. Or any seat. And in fact, whether if it's city council, fucking Congress, fucking Senate, anything. America, we are not setting a good standard for the world. Not even the British would stoop this fucking low in order to win a goddamn election. And is that sad? Where we're supposed to be the symbol of freedom across the world, and yet some fucking how the British have a better election system than we do currently right now. Or even a justice system right now. How the hell have we stooped so fucking low to this point? Republicans, my fellow Republicans, they set the standard. I believe in absolute fairness. I really do. I try to be fair to everybody I meet, whether if it comes to advice, whether if it comes to fucking problem solving, at all. I try to be fair as I possibly can. Because everybody likes a fair deal. But this right now, Democrats don't care about fucking fairness. Not the ones that are in office now. Hell no. They're going to fight like rabid dogs in order to get what the hell they want. And while I don't want to do this, but we're going to have to do the same thing. We're going to have to fight like hell in order to make sure to fucking fight for our right, for our voices to be heard. It's not good. And what upsets me the most is that there are people on the other side that praise this. It's like, yes, finally, we got this man out of here. We don't have to worry about him anymore. But they don't see the bigger picture. And I'll keep harping on this until somebody fucking doesn't get it, understands it. This hurts everybody. Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Mexican, whether you're fucking Chinese. Everybody. Because as I said before, if we had an opponent that they don't like, within a snap of a finger, they could have the fucking DOJ dogs go after him and try to sick him. It's not a good day, America. No, it ain't. This is Adam signing off.